Greetings, Hope City family. I wanted to send this video out to you to let you know I'm still alive and well, and I pray you are too. I wanted to update you on our schedule, let you know how things are going around here, and also inform you about our schedule going forward. As you know, the world is quite a strange place these days. There's a lot of fear about the future and a lot of uncertainty about what the future will look like. So there's a lot that we need to be prayerful about and a lot that we need to be intentional with. And so we have every intention to do that. I wanted to also say thank you for those of you who supported our at-risk family fund, which really was just something we felt led to do going into this crisis. My thought, at least, has been it's always better to be an answer to prayer than just expect others to do it. So we pulled our resources together and we've been able to help quite a few people thus far with their basic living expenses and avoid evictions and disconnections and whatnot. And also, I want to let you know on that note, there are several resources available not only from the federal government or the state government of Ohio, but the city of Columbus. And so if you are in a situation where you are facing eviction, repossession, or any kind of financial hardship, please contact the church office at info@hopecity614.org, and we can share some resources with you in addition to our at-risk family fund that can help you stay afloat during this time. So again, thank you to those of you who gave toward our fund. We had roughly about 24 people support that fund, and many of you were very generous with that. And so for the families that you helped, I am certain that they will thank you in the age to come. But the update on the schedule is this. As you know, last Sunday we did not have service, and this Sunday, once again, we will not be gathering in a large group setting. We will, however, this week between March 23rd, which is Monday through Friday, be gathering for prayer from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m., just as we did this past week. Some of you came out and prayed with us, and it was powerful, very tangible sense of God's presence, and we'll continue to do that. One of the ways that we've maintained a social distancing recommendation from the CDC is we have mandated that when you come to prayer, you can only have one person per pew or per row of seats. In our sanctuary, our main sanctuary, we have roughly about 60 pews or rows that we can kind of spread out. And so that's the benefit of having a rather large sanctuary, at least large in comparison to the prayer room, where we will be a little bit more compacted. So kind of killing two birds with one stone. We're still able to gather, socially distance, and we encourage people, please don't hug, don't shake hands, don't lay hands on people, and just use your Holy Spirit common sense and do everything you can to maintain good hygiene, wash your hands, all the stuff you've been hearing all week and all month long on the news. So that's the prayer schedule, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 p.m. We will be live streaming on Facebook Sunday, March 22nd, which is tomorrow. Same time as last week, 11:30 a.m. I will not be replaying a sermon, although last week I felt the Lord wanted me to replay that message because I believe it was the word for the season. And so tomorrow I'm going to share kind of how I am now. I'll be behind the camera just like this, and would love to hear your questions. I don't want to preach at you. I don't want to have a kind of generic simulation of a service where I just preach to an empty room. Again, I'm not knocking people who do that, but Hope City is a place of family, and it's a heart-to-heart ministry. And so I just want to talk to you from the heart tomorrow. It's not made for the masses. Of course, we want you to share it and invite people to be a part of it, but we just want to share with you biblical wisdom and just ways to think about and think through the times that we live in, how to make the best use of our time, how to react by faith to the uncertainties of the world, all that good stuff. So tune in tomorrow on Facebook on the Hope City page at 11:30 a.m. For those of you who don't have Facebook, we've created a link on our website, which is hopecity614.org/live. So if you don't have Facebook, you can go to the website and stream from there. We may even be able to put a button on the Hope City app where you can just press the button and it'll take you directly there. But we're working hard on that behind the scenes. But other than that, all is well. I do want to conclude by asking you to please remain prayerful and keep your spiritual disciplines and devotions up. At some point, this situation will pass, and when we regather and hit the ground running, we don't want to have to make up for lost time or squandered time. And so stay in God's face and stay in the place of prayer. And when we get back together and have the freedom to go after things like we were just a couple weeks ago, we'll be much stronger, I'm sure. Also, please be very considerate and generous in your giving. Hope City is obviously a church, but it's also a small business. The irony is that the stimulus packages that the federal government has rolled out for small businesses do not apply to churches. Churches have other benefits such as tax exemption from property tax and sales tax, and so we don't qualify for emergency funding from the government, which means we have to still do our part. Thankfully, Hope City is managed very well by God's wisdom, by myself and a team of others who oversee our finances. And so we're in no danger of shutting down per se, but things can shift very quickly. We need everyone to give. Last week, the bottom line turned out to keep us on pace, but we did notice there were less people giving, but the people who did give gave more, so it kind of balanced out. But that's not really sustainable. So what I want to ask you to do is, if you believe in this ministry, if you know God's called you and planted you here, continue to tithe, continue to give your offerings, and continue to support the work that we're doing. The money that we raise goes to our South Side building, our church plant, which will be launched in a few months. It goes to all these various ministries. Our budget's actually on the website as well for you to see how we spend money. But we have a missions fund. We have missionaries such as Andrew and Grace. We're headed to Thailand in a short amount of time. We've committed to get behind them and finance that work in Thailand. Joseph and Cindy travel the nations and travel the nation, and their staff missionaries as well as a host of other staff members here who facilitate things and keep us going in the right direction. So think of it that way. You're not just giving arbitrarily to some sort of charity. You're sustaining a mission, and you're also sustaining families, because the folks who work for Hope City have children, many of them, and they also have bills to pay, and this is their livelihood, and they work very hard. They work harder than the average person, I assure you of that. And so when we give, we're supporting those families and those people who minister to us, myself included. But the majority of the money that we raise obviously is for the upkeep of the facilities that we own by God's grace, and to prepare us for the mission that God's called us to on the South Side. Renovations are coming along really well. Thank you for those of you who've been volunteering and painting. So much work's been done over the last couple of weeks, and very soon we'll be showing you some videos and pictures of how far we've come. And so yeah, all is well. I want to encourage you guys, don't believe the negativity of what you hear on the news, but believe the word of the Lord and you will prosper. So to cap it off and to sum it up, no service tomorrow. We will have prayer Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 p.m. Our street ministry will still function as usual. For more information, contact Pastor Terry or Antoine, and you can do that through their Facebook or their emails or phone numbers, which many of you have, or just ask around for those who are part of the outreach ministry. And yeah, we're going to keep going forward. So again, we love you. We're praying for you. Join me tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. at the Hope City House of Prayer Facebook page, where I'll be streaming live and sharing with you from the heart. So help me get the word out, and remember to pray, to give, to believe, and remember we got work to do. So God bless you all, and I will see you tomorrow.